Mahatia City Expats Club is a non-profit social organisation and our speakers are volunteers. The club as such assumes no responsibility or liability for the professional reputation of or the quality of services provided by the speaker today.
Doc Martyn is up to talk about his amazing Remote Rescue Thailand, where it stands, and some very exciting news about it. Welcome, the amazing Doc Martyn. By the way, I always remember your talks, but especially the one where you were in Jamaica, right? You want to have a look at it on the YouTube channel because it makes Thailand look tame by comparison.
Okay. Well, most of you probably know me already, but my name's Dr. Martyn Green, and I'm better known for being Doc Martyn, as in Martin Clunes from Doc Martyn's series in England. Do you know the comedy series? Yeah. Well, that's where it comes from. So 25 years ago, I bought the first box set for that. My kids were watching it. Martin Clunes comes in, he calls himself Doc Martyn. He looked at me and said, "But you're Doc Martyn." I said, "I'm not Doc Martyn." "Yes, you are Doc Martyn." I said, "Don't call me Doc Martyn, or you go to bed." "Okay, Doc Martyn, we'll go to bed." And as they're going upstairs, "Good night, Doc Martyn," and things. So 25 years I've been called Doc Martyn. I write under that pseudonym. It's not really a pseudonym. Anyway, last month, my charity foundation was finally allocated and approved, and the ID number is 1/2568. So, this is what a charity foundation approval looks like in Thailand. And as you can see, it's a very official document. And you can see in the top left-hand corner that the ID number, which is the most important thing, is there. Can you see it? Top left-hand? Top left? No? I'm not surprised, really, because it's in script, not numerals. And I have no idea why they do that. But it's typically Thai, isn't it? That's an ID number. See it at the top there? That's the ID number. And it's written, not numeral. So it's difficult to understand. Anyway, this is just TIT, typical Thailand. Okay, aside from the general medical care I provide for people, many of you don't know really what I do as a medic in Thailand. So I've compiled a list of 6 examples going backwards in time from the present day, first video, through to the last case study, which was from 7 years ago. Please enjoy. So video 1 is a recent Remote Rescue Thailand mission. We went all the way to Na Jom Tien, miles away. This was a strange case. Due to a failed levee, timing was essential. When the tide is high, the path and lower part of the house are under water, making access impossible. Now, things to note when you're watching this video is the mattress that the lady's lying on and the fixed flexion deformity in her left leg. Because I'm going to ask you questions about that, if you want me to. Okay, so what was she lying on? Did anybody notice? Thin mat. She'd been there for 18 months? How long? Do you know? How long was she lying there? 18 months? She had a stroke? Yeah. Yeah, so she's lying like that. She's lying like that. I mean, it's a little bit of foam, it's pathetic. Good old Ren came to the call. And he donated one of these fold-up mattresses, which was really nice. And it made a massive difference to this lady who'd been lying there for 18 months. So thank you, Ren, you're a star. Now, the fixed flexion deformity. Can anybody work that out? I know you're not medics, but I thought you might find it interesting. Any idea? No. So, this lady had a stroke on the right side of her head. All right, she had a bleed. Okay? If you have a bleed on the right side of the head, the left side becomes paralyzed. Yes? You know that. Now, when you have a paralysis in one side, the flexor muscles are stronger than the extensor muscles. So the flexor muscles of a leg were stronger than the extensor muscles. So she develops this fixed flexion deformity because the flexor muscles are stronger. And of course then it gets fused with arthritis and she suffers. Okay, so Ken Lizio. There you are. Thank you, Ken. Good man. This man donated 5,000 baht prior to this rescue. All his donation money was spent on this mission and 2 follow-ups. She's a lot better, by the way, thanks. So we extend our sincere gratitude to... do you want to stand up? Come on. We really appreciate your kindness, Ken. Thank you. Okay, video 2. Well, coming back, I built a clinic in Chayapum for remote rescue purposes. That was a couple of years ago. Video 3, well, this is about an elderly man who went net fishing in Chayapum. He'd been there the previous evening and he slipped and drowned. His body was sucked into a large overflow pipe in the reservoir that supplied 3 of the local villages with water. My Sawang team from Khon Kaen and the Chayapum Sawang team attended. Strange, they didn't even ask me for a death certificate. You've been dead for 12 hours. Okay, so the next one is donation of clothes. So this is, we go to places in remote areas, people who've got nothing. And so you can see there's all these clothes and there's 2 other bags. So there's 4 bags of clothes for this baby. As we left, Dow told me that the mother, well, you can't see her there, but you'll see her later. The mother had refused antenatal care during her pregnancy, and prior to delivery, she walked a couple of kilometres in terrible pain to where her husband was renovating a house. She delivered her baby into the toilet. Now, I didn't know that, so of course I went back the next day to check, do a health check on this vulnerable child, which is this. You check for spina bifida here, see? That's good, this. So the vitamins I gave you to stop this spina bifida. And then we look at this. Wee! Wee! So his reflexes are good. They're normal reflexes, okay?
Okay.
Now,
ไหนลูกไหน
ready? Woo! See? That's called the startle reflex. Watch the hands. Woo! See? That's a startle reflex. If they haven't got that when they're born, it's not good. And then you feel fontanelles. Oh, shush.
โอ้ลูก
Those fontanelles are filling in already. Yeah, still a little bit there.
โอเคลูกโอเคแป๊บนึง
Hey. Can I put, have you got something I can put him on?
why
I want to feel his hips, make sure he hasn't got a...
เอาอะไรมาปูกันล่ะโอเค
Oh dear me. Oh dear me.
ถามไม่ก็สิงงพูดได้ปะ
โอ้ไม่ร้องลูกไม่ร้องหมอมาดูให้นะคะ
I forgot my stethoscope.
crazy
That's all right. We only need something to put down here.
โอเค they will take a towel first มา
That's it.
โอเค
And you always pick a...
มา
You always hold a child like this. See where my fingers are? Here and here. Okay? Because if you... That holds the head. If you... Watch what happens if I let go of the head. See? It doesn't like it. If you hold it there, it's safe. Because the body will follow. But if you take your hand away... See? Look. So always hold a baby like this. Okay? Gentle.
เอา
นิดนึงนะครับแกตรวจเช็คว่ามัน
Yeah, he's good.
good
He's all right, yeah.
แกฟังหัวใจแล้วเมื่อกี้เนี่ย
No, he's fine.
โอ้เฮ้ย
Good. Okay. Happy now. There you go.
โอเค thank you
So at the end of that, the mother asked if I could source some infant formula for the young child. She clearly had sufficient milk and her son was thriving, so alarms bell rang for me. As we returned to the car, I asked Dow if the husband was using Yaba. He was. The child never wore the supplied clothes, which was sold in the village to satisfy his addiction. If I had provided infant formula, that too would have been used for nefarious purposes. This couple are excluded from future rescues. So, since retiring to Thailand 7 years ago, I've always stopped at all motor vehicle accidents to provide medical assistance until the Sawang team arrived. My assistance has saved 3 lives that I'm aware of.
หายใจแรงๆนะคะ
When I do this. So she's hit her knees and got onto it. Sorry, that was cut off. Okay, and the last one, slide 5. This one. This is one of my early cases. I wrote a medical bite about this, number 22. I will read from the case study. In July 2018, Mrs. P was involved in a motorbike accident. She was 39 years old. She suffered a serious head injury. She was in a coma for 2 months. She also sustained injuries to her neck and right shoulder. Once discharged, she remained bedbound, suffering continuous headache, right shoulder and right-sided neck pain. She was unstable when she stood. 6 months after discharge, the Coombe Hospital asked me to review her case. She remained bedbound. I use the term bedbound loosely. When I first met her, she was lying on a soiled sheet which covered a thin mattress which was placed on the floor. So that's this one here. And she had not, yes, she had been in bed and had not walked for 9 months. My formulation: she suffered from a continuous headache and chronic pain in the right side of her neck, which was exquisitely tender. She had damaged her right C7 and C8 nerves in her neck, which were probably avulsed from the spine. Her right hand was partially paralyzed. See that? So it looks like that. So C7 is this nerve, and C8 runs these two. And what I said earlier, if you, when you've got a paralyzed nerve, the muscle, the flexor muscles are more powerful than the extensor muscles. And that's why she looks like she's got a gun, because these flexor muscles are much stronger. And now she's got a fixed flexion deformity in that hand. You can see it there. Okay. She was in deep despair, which had progressed to depression. So I gave her dexamethasone. Yes. So I gave her dexamethasone injection into her neck and told her that that would relieve her headache and neck pain over the next 24 hours, which it did. I followed the injection with tough love, because this is what you have to do with somebody who's depressed. I told her that when I visited her next week, I expected her to stand for me. The following week, she was sitting in a wheelchair waiting for me. With assistance, she stood. She even took a step forward. She was delighted, as we all were. I instructed her husband to build parallel bars for rehabilitation. There they are. Bamboo. Love it. These are the crudest ones I've ever seen. They were cheap, being built from bamboo, yet highly effective. One must admire the Thai resourcefulness. Anyway, I promised her that within the next 3 weeks, she would be walking without aids. You always have to motivate people when they get into this condition. Over the next 3 weeks, she practiced on the bars. She regained her confidence, and eventually she was able to walk without assistance. She was excited and proud, yet her proudest moment was 3 months later when she walked without assistance to the hospital outpatient department for review. Mrs. P's transformation from despair, depression, and significant disability into a highly motivated, confident, and joyful person was quite remarkable. Look how sad her face is in the early days. This case was my initiation to Thai medicine and the inadequate standards of the medical care inherent in the system. This fully equipped hospital in Coombe was unable to provide Mrs. P with the care and attention that she needed to recover. But we're not here to discuss these inadequacies. Okay, people ask me why I do all this work for free. There are 3 reasons. Excuse me. One, many Thais have little money or no money, so they cannot pay. Indeed, the government's NESDC, that's the National Economic Social Development Council, has recently determined that 24 million Thais are at risk of multi-dimensional poverty. This is really becoming a third world country for Thais, not Chinese Thais, but for Thais. Number 2, after 45 years as a medic in the West, I have the knowledge and experience to help these people. And number 3, has anybody saved a life? Anybody been responsible? No? Well, throughout my career, I've saved and changed many lives. As with Mrs. P, when a patient thanks me, they look at me with great amity and reverence. They abound with joy. This fills me with joy because I know what they have endured. Their joy and happiness are my reward. Thank you. Any questions?
Don't you feel discouraged, helpless at a certain point?
No. No, how can you be discouraged if you can help people? That's why I've got foundation, and it took me 2 years to get that. And you know, I've spent up to date 2.5 million my own money, and I can't go on being drained like that, which is why the foundation's here. I will do anything, and my team will go around Thailand to remote areas. These are places, if there's a hospital within 25, 35 kilometers, I will not go there. I go into remote areas and help people with nothing. And I mean, these people have nothing. But the beauty is, you know the old smiling Thai? Remember that 10 years ago? Everybody was smiling. It's all gone now because of money and greed. You go into the country and you get you get the old-fashioned the old-fashioned Thai, the smiling Thai. And it's honestly, it's lifting, it's spiritually lifting to see these people because they help each other, they're mutually independent, and they get through somehow. Because don't forget, there's no welfare payments over here under 60 years of age, if you're not injured.
I will speak up. Even when you say you're not, I feel the despair in your voice. It's changed, you say.
You're misreading me. I love my job. I love my work. Always have.
Saying that, but you're helping and you see it's not going forward.
Well, here's the thing. Yes, there is things when he feels under stress and under pressure and like he doesn't have enough money. Many people in this room can help out with that, okay? You can help lift his spirits and help him to help. So have a think about that. Now that mattress that I gave him, somebody was throwing that out in the condo, right? And some clothes, and I always gather those things up, and I have another friend who gathers them up, and I take them I said to Doc Martyn, he says, oh, I need that mattress now. So I rushed around early to give him the mattress. So these are little things that cost me nothing except, you know, the transport there. So if you see clothes and all those sorts of things, shoes, you ever thrown it? Don't throw shoes into the garbage, right? Those shoes you don't want to wear anymore, they could be really, really valuable up country to someone. Am I right, Doctor?
Correct.
Right.
Very correct. And I didn't ask him to say that, by the way. Thank you very much. Yes.
For someone who has sugar disease,
Diabetes, yeah.
diabetes, and the month after I saw they bought a table with it, with the money I gave, 10,000 baht for a blood pressure meter, and a month after the daughter showed on YouTube
Sold it.
the table they bought with the money.
Yeah.
And this is why you're better off, if you want to support people, is to do it somebody by Doc Martyn.
This is Thailand, and I will not give people money. I will give them drugs, I will give them supplies, I will pay for a lot of things through my foundation, but I will not give them money because it's always abused. Always.
And one other thing is you want to think about Doc Martyn in terms of your health. But I've taken people to him where there was the woman with the skin thing, right? And she had those she was in sales and she had these big red rashes on her face, which is not good for sales. And basically the Thai medical system had given up on her. We don't know what you've got. We don't know how to help you. Like within 2.5 minutes, this man diagnosed what she had and helped her. What was it? Atopia, which is
Atopic, it's a shortage of gamma-linoleic acid in the skin. So you just have to replace that and they get better.
Yeah, so and the skin cleared up and she was so grateful, I can't tell you. And he's helped out other friends of mine that have had, for instance, scabies or whatever, And yeah, he's just a wonderful, wonderful doctor. I went to them just last week, and I had a muscle out here, and his wife gave me a massage, a therapeutic massage, and then he came in, gave me some acupuncture, did a little bit of adjustment on my back, problem solved. Because he not only does normal medicine, he also does acupuncture, and he also does chiropractic style adjustments. I'm trained as a GP, but I specialised in pain management for 45 years. So I do all these peripheral things as well. So, but my training in general practice, I mean, I was a teacher and things, stood me in good stead for what I'm doing now. And I've got 4 other doctors. I can do what I do because I'm over 60, and I've become part of the Sewang team. And I've asked for other doctors to help me. And I've got 3 now, but they're all under 60. And you can't work in a Sewang team without a work permit until you're 60. And one's he's Canadian, and he's a trauma specialist. And he said to me, "How can I do what you do?" And I'm thinking, we're all trained at the same level. You just have to apply your knowledge. And medically, you never lose that background of knowledge. And if you apply it, we can make a massive difference. Now, I've got 1 truck at the moment, which will be finished soon. It cost me $150,000 to make it into a mobile clinic. I don't want an ambulance. I don't need an ambulance. I need a mobile clinic. Now, my passion would be to have about 10 of these going around the country, all serviced with other doctors over the age of 60. And I think that's my dream. But you have to dream. If you don't dream, you don't go anywhere. And if people make a donation in some countries, they can take it as a tax deduction?
No, even in this country. Not yes. They pay much tax, yeah. So I've got somebody giving me, well, it's 200,000 baht to help me with my truck. And this is from Australia, and he's 48 cents in the dollar, so he will get just under 100,000 back from that 200,000 donation.
For tax deduction.
Tax deduction, yeah.
There you go. So have a think. That's something to bear in mind, okay? Question up the back.
Yes, your presentation really hits home this time of year. Can you relate some of your more memorable moments?
How many hours have you got?
Where do you want me to start? Honestly, this is just...
But firstly, follow him on Facebook. As his name says, Doc Martyn, Martyn, Y-O-N, and...
T-Y-N.
Yes. And so, you can go back and read some of his Medical Bites Thailand. It's really, really powerful.
Well, I've written stories about what I've done. I've written 130 of them so far. My web page is near completion. It will be up and running next week. If you join the club, it doesn't cost you anything or anything. But all my work will be going through the web page in future. And this will, if you just join up, it'll allow you access to my 130 Medical Bites Thailand, my new format of Medical Bites, which will start at Christmas, and the book I wrote called The Maze Within, which is about spiritual reunification. I wrote that about 20 years ago. Any other questions?
Well, Doc Martyn, thank you so much for coming in again. And thank you for the amazing work you do. And thank you for helping out with my health and Rose's health, etc. So... Yeah, so, and of course he's going to be hanging around if you feel like making a donation, but also find out where he is, and if you want a therapeutic massage, no happy ending involved, it's a very reasonable price, and that also supports them, of course, by coming and just using their medical services there. Yeah, the cards are on the table. Help yourself. Definitely take one with, and definitely think his name should be coming into your mind if you have anything wrong with you, because there is Surviving the Thai medical system is quite interesting. All right, thanks again, Doc.